Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on issue 16 of the Disney Dollhouse from Hachette. I just noticed something on here, kind of upsetting, but I bought it as a full kit. Not going to get upset about it, nothing I can do about it except for fix it. That's what I'm going to do, is do some of that modeling stuff. So we got the wallpaper, and we have wall number 5, which unfortunately, let's open the book here, is supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be like this. It is broken. But it's not the cleanest of breaks, but it isn't a bad break per se. Look at it, it should go together pretty cleanly. So I'm going to set the wallpaper aside. We're going to take care of this, pause the video, come back after it's had time to set. So this is going to be another video that is multiple days in making. But before we do that, we also have inside here Cendrillon. I do not know. Oh, Cendrillon must be Cinderella. Can't be Cinderella. Too nice a room. Not sure. But we have a candlestick with lights, or with the candles are lit. And then 2 chairs. Or not chairs. 2 side tables. God. Let me see. Let me find a broken part and it screws my brain up. So we're going to put these back in here. Actually, we're going to put these back in here. Now, the paper's already out. It's already closed. Grab a marker. And I'll just mark on here 16. Now, what we're going to have to do here is, and I have to make sure that I don't clog this track with glue. And right now we're going to set this aside. You can see all that we're doing, all we would have done in this stage would have been to put the wallpaper on and glue it. Although I can, let's see. Just looking. Yeah, this side is the side that gets the yellow wallpaper. It has the Mickey room. I'm not sure. The Ren Disney. I don't know. Different movie. But in here, this is Mickey's room. And this is the wall that I'm working with right now. So there's my wood glue. And all it should take is one of these monster clamps that I picked up. And I'll just clamp it together and go from there. It'll be a little bit flexible still. I'll be able to still work with it some to be able to get it to fit. Hopefully this will work out. It won't break again. But this is one of the hazards that you sometimes encounter when you're building things. If I had bought this directly from Hachette, I would be emailing them and saying, can you send me this? It was broken. This was, I bought from a third party, so I'm not going to email Brad and say, dude, this was broken. So we're going to push this together. I think the big clamp might be overkill here. pretty much straight. Take the little clamp from this side. Don't be fooled. These little clamps, while they are smaller, have plenty of push to them. Clamp it up here on the top as well. Going to make sure that it's basically level. Set the big clamp off to the side. What I'll actually do is take this over and set it on the house itself where it's going to go, so it'll just sit there and be straight to what it's supposed to be. So that's what I'm going to do now. Like I said, probably going to let it sit overnight to dry, and then sometime tomorrow, or since it is Sunday, might not be until next week, I'll go ahead and press on with this and get it fixed, or get the wallpaper on. Once the wallpaper is on, it's going to help hold it a little bit more. Once it's actually attached to the dollhouse, it'll hold it even more. So we'll be back. Could be days for me, could be just hours, but we will see you shortly, and it will be, like I said, it'll be shortly for you, probably, or pretty much instantaneous, and I'll be back once I get this fixed. Okay, decided to actually show really quick how I'm going to fix this. So you saw me put the clamp on. Now what I've done is I've put it on the house where it goes, and there you can't see it because of the angle of the camera. Hang on. Underneath here there are tabs that go in here, here, and here. That's holding the wall in place this direction. I put a piece of tape on this corner, and so really I don't even need the clamps there, but I'm keeping them on. Let me switch cameras real quick so you can see how it's going to look in place. It's going to be straight, going to be fixed, no problem. Like I said, it's just taped here to hold it in place. Everything is perfect. It'll get it'll dry like this. Wood glue takes a couple hours to set hard. Might be able to do something more with this today. Not going to guarantee it, but it'll all be in the same video. So I'll be back. So it is now several days later, and I'm finally getting a chance to get back to this. Go ahead and peel the tape here so I can take these parts off. Take the clamps off. All of this is exactly the way it was. Had it across the room, but it's exactly the way it was when I closed out the last video. You can see a little bit of a spot there and there, but that will be just fine. So now let's take a look. The number 5 right here needs to be on the top side, as we do this piece of wallpaper, and the white strip needs to be on this end. We're going to line it up along this edge and across here when we put it down. So let's start peeling the backing here. It always says, they always say to pull it back about a centimeter. I'm going about 3/4 of an inch right now, so that you can line this up. Key thing is getting the straight lined up as well as the corner. There will be a slight the bottom border will cover a very slight edge, as will the top, but you want it as perfect as possible. I think that is just a hair off. We'll pull it across. That's not enough, it's going to matter. Pull it across, pushing it down as we go. And pushing it down, like I said, pushing it down as we go. Once the door goes in, there's a slight ripple there, but once the door goes in, that'll be set in there perfectly. We now turn it over and find the scalpel. Go ahead and move that up a little bit. We'll take the scalpel and we'll just run it across this edge real quick. Just like that. And I just realized a lot of times I keep the scraps. I just threw the backing paper away on this one. So not going to be keeping the scraps here. And we're going to take it along the inside of the door frame. Just like that. Let me run it from this corner as well. Take that, get rid of that. And now, slight edge here, little bit of a ripple there. Wasn't completely clean, and you can see just a little bit here. There's a little ripple there, if I can get the light to hit it. A little bit of a ripple there from the crack. Not bad at all. So now we're going to do the same thing here, except for this time we're lining it up with the bottom edge and this hole. And it's going to go most of the way up to the top here. So we're going to line this up here, line it up with that hole, because that is where the next wall is going to meet up. And then we'll just do the same thing. I can see, you probably can't see, it is actually a little bit off. See if we can fix that. We just need to take this corner a little bit over, right about there, smooth it back out, and there we have next to perfect. It's not perfect, but it's close enough, it's not going to matter. Just looking at the instructions as I'm doing this, making sure I'm not missing anything. And I'm not. So we've got it on there like that. And you can see matches up really well. They say to take the straight edge again. There it is. The small ruler tends to hide out. Line it up with this edge best you can, and then just on the paper, not on the ruler. I'm on the ruler, I think. Yeah, I was on the ruler all the way down. Do this again. Okay, we'll try it this way because it's not actually hitting the paper. Somehow I'm missing the paper completely. So we're going to cut it out like this. Stick that on there. Then we're going to come back over to this side and try and figure out how am I missing the paper while I've got my straight edge here. There, that should have gotten it. There we go. It does have a slight overlap of where it's supposed to be. That'll be fine. We'll go do the same thing in here that we did on the other side. And the door frame will take any ragged edges, will not take, it'll hide any ragged edges that there are from cutting this. This time I kept my backing paper. I stuck these on the wrong side of it, but I've got that now if I need it later. So now I can just pop that back in place, but I can also bring this piece over. This piece is going to actually line up right here. So let's pull this back out. Kind of hold these together. And that is kind of how the wall is going to look. So it's actually not a bad seam there at the wall, at the corner of the wall. But that, boys and girls, my friends, is all there is to do in this video, in this issue. Hope you're enjoying this build. It is a well done kit. I'm really enjoying it. Between this one and the Moomin House, I like the Moomin House a little bit more. It's got a little bit more to do. This one is a larger scale. Actually, they're about the same scale, but this is a much larger house. Both of them are very enjoyable. This one's from Hachette. The Moomin House is from D'Agostini, not available right now. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post a new video. Leave a comment. I love to answer your comments. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video.